All right, brace yourself, friend, because y'all might have to drag Shamea to the pearly gates of purgatory. And you might have to take Jackie Christie daughter Chantel right on down there with them. Exactly. Welcome back, Fred. Happy Tuesday. Happy Taco Tuesday. Tequila Tuesday. Child, I feel like I'm in Twister Tuesday. It's literally storming and been storming in Dallas since yesterday. Exactly. It's Armageddon and I'm down here talking to my best friend about how Shamea ain't shit. And basketball wives. Girl, also we're going to talk about Carlos King. Mia was on her last night and Claudia was on her. So Alvin and the Chipmunks, Carlos King and Claudia and Dustin was down there talking about Real Housewives, of course. And then they also had Mia on there. I ain't even gonna say nothing. So we'll go over Housewives, the little clip that they just dropped, Carlos King and all of his shit. Tasha K dropped some more receipts on Mendecees. Girl, Mendecees. Mendecees, I ain't no fighting them audio clips, but I don't know. Diddy on trial, exactly. Lauren Losa from the Breakfast Club came down this morning and gave us some tea from his trial yesterday. They was having jury selection. So I say that for last because I know some of y'all not featuring Diddy. Just let me know if y'all want me to continue talking about Diddy and then we'll go from there. Anyway, so make sure you subscribe. Exactly. I'm goofy. I'm in a good mood. You see the bright shirt. When I have on dark clothes, I'm in a bad mood. But when I'm feeling good, that's when I put on the yellows and the oranges and the pinks. Exactly. Anyway, so make sure y'all subscribe and like this video. I guess we'll start out with the Carlos King stuff. So Alvin and the Chipmunks did their little Monday Night Live. First and foremost, remember, y'all, why I just break my nail? Ain't that a bitch? Anyway, so remember when I was telling y'all about the Tasha K, how she was shading Funky and all of that other stuff and bigging up Carlos, and Carlos had posted that stuff on his story, and I was like, y'all, is that shade towards Funky? Hold on, Carlos King did say this last night. He was like, this Monday Night Live is the best live show on YouTube. I said, you don't say. Funky don't have the best live show on YouTube. I mean, literally your best friend from St. Louis got the best live show on YouTube, but this ain't about me. If you ain't catch one of my live shows, child, we be having fun. Anyway, so I was like, is that shade to Funky? Not Carlos King only been on here a few years and now you got the best live show on YouTube? Oh, okay, Alvin. Exactly. Anyway, so Mia was on there and y'all heard that storm? Exactly. Thank God I got my umbrella. I didn't order my lunch and just ran to the car so I could talk to y'all until my lunch comes. Because I know it's going to be delayed because it's, you know, it's raining. I tried to tip them a lot, so girl, hopefully my sandwich don't be soggy. But anyway, this ain't about me. Back to Alvin and the Chipmunks. Mia Plastic Ass was on there talking about how she's in Atlanta. She was shading Giselle. They was talking about her leaving a reunion and shit. And she was like, I ain't talked to Jahel. She the closest one to the devil. I ain't never heard nobody call Giselle Jahel. That was cute. Anyway, but what wasn't cute was the way Dustin and Claudia was looking at Mia when she was talking. She started talking about the colorist shit, and Carlos mentioned that Mia had called him to go off on him because he was talking about the colorist stuff that had went down, you know, with the Wendy and Candace stuff back in the day on Potomac. Dustin was looking like, and everybody in the I was in the comments because I was at home cooking, child. Dustin was looking like, bitch. He was so funny, child. I ain't never seen him have that look of disdain in his face. Anyway, child, so Mia kept on talking. She was talking about, like I said, Giselle, which I didn't give a fuck about that because you was Team Jizzy when y'all was going against Wendy when you hit Wendy with that motherfucking purse. I ain't forgot. Exactly. So now you don't like Giselle. Sidebar, Giselle, I really liked Giselle on Love Hotel. Never liked her on Potomac like that. But Giselle is great on Love Hotel. I actually really like Love Hotel. Y'all should watch it. I'm going to talk about it. We're going to go live and talk about it. So watch the first 2 episodes, y'all. It's really good. It's really good. It got Luann, Stacy, Giselle and Ashley. I even like Ashley on her. Ashley looks cute on her. She's giving, you know how she was dating them old white men on Potomac? Well, at least Michael Darby or whatever. She gives me more of a cute mixed girl dating and flirting and cute on Love Hotel. Giselle and Ashley are likable on Love Hotel. I like the show. I like the men. I like all of the things. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Mia was asking me about Real Housewives of Atlanta. She was saying, of course, she wanted to be on there, but everybody said she gives love and hip hop. And Mia was like, no offense to my love and hip hop girlies, but she said she would rather be a friend of the show on Real Housewives of Atlanta than be a main cast member on Love and Hip Hop. I said, damn. Is that like a down? I mean, I guess it is a downgrade because they consider Real Housewives like upper echelon and then Love and Hip Hop like the ratchetry of it all. I guess, child. Anyway, he asked her if she talked to any of the other girls. She said no, but them hoes keep her name in their mouth on interviews, and I'm paraphrasing. And she said she wished them hoes to keep her out the group chat. She also said Gordon lives in Atlanta. She said her and Ink, she said they wedding coming soon. And she said she might be getting pregnant. She said she's working on the process of getting pregnant. I don't mean to be mean, but how would that baby turn out? Because Mia about 7'2" and Ink about 5'4". Exactly. And she pale. My light-skinned friend looked like Michael Jackson, and he chocolatey. Girl, I don't know. They might have some pretty babies. Let me stop. Exactly. Anyway, so that's what Mia was talking about. I wish that Carlos King would interview Candiace, because according to Color Me Pink and some of the blogs, they said that Candiace might be returning for this season. Do y'all want Candiace to return? I would like Candiace to return. She kind of problematic, but all of the best housewives are problematic. Y'all hated Karen because she was drinking and talking shit and thought she was the grand dame. Y'all know y'all love to hate Player P because of all of the things, because of the whorish ways. But all of the great girlies, exactly. All of the great housewives are kind of problematic. So Candiace, please come back, girl. Anyway, Claudia, speaking of Porsha, Claudia, when they started talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, had her little segment to talk about Porsha. It's given you don't like the Porsha and the Brit Edie's. I wonder when Phaedra come on, is she going to keep that energy and have something to say about Phaedra? Because I tell you one thing, Phaedra will read Claudia down to the motherfucking ground. Exactly. Anyway, but Claudia said Porsha was not to be trusted. She said she was one not to be trusted. She's not a friend. She's not a girly girl. And she said she don't fuck with girls like that. She was never Drew's friend. She was never Shamea's friend. And she got that Jezebel spirit. Not the same slut from the 90s that was hanging around with Mimi and Carly Red in LA. Who was hanging around with the girl that was allegedly sleeping with Jay-Z and all of the things. Now, Claudia, your clit has been... What did he tell her? Your clit has been removed from your body or something. Come on now, Claudia. It's the hypocrisy for me. I don't like when girlies get into, at a certain age where now you stepping back judging people. Mind you, what they call her, Thoughtlandia. I think that's what Kim Barr called her, the queen of Thoughtlandia or something like that. That's a great story. Porsha is fine. Claudia, when you was fine in your heyday, fucking with all of the dudes from here to there to never there, mind you, didn't we hear that you was messing with somebody, man too? A famous ladies man? Exactly. Just Google it. Just Google it. So Claudia, don't get all high and mighty on her. Y'all know I'm finna take up for Porsha, and I like Claudia, but it's giving you hating. Because your commentary on the Housewives always gives hella negative unless it's about Kenya. And then she was taking up for Drew. I don't know why y'all keep taking up for Drew, but let's continue since we're talking about Housewives. So they dropped a new clip. They dropped a new clip where we see how the whole Ralph, the whole basement boy situation arises. And this goes back to me telling y'all that Shamea, if Porsha is a devilish little hoary minion, then Shamea is definitely one of the other ones. So this is how apparently from the clip that we seen, this is how the Ralph situation started. Shamea knows Ralph because they did a podcast together. So they reached out to each other and they were going to meet to discuss all of the things, because Shamea said she wants to get to the bottom of whether or not Dennis is fucking with Drew. Now, what is it your married business to see that unless you doing it for Porsha? But that just means you just as messy as Porsha is. And then she was like, I need some backup. So she called Porsha. So Ralph and Shamea at dinner and they like, Here come Porsha sashaying in with her pretty ass. And when Ralph greeted her, he hugged her and kind of, grabbed her around the back waist, like right above the booty buckle back part. And Porsha said something like, I didn't catch exactly what she said, but she was like, when you embrace me or like something like that, or something about men like embracing her like that. But y'all already know, when a man give you a hug, if he just give you a little hug and hit this middle back part, that's like, hey girl, what's up? That's the middle back part. When he down in the lower percentile next to the booty, where the booty arch, we see you, Ralph. Exactly. We know he a little bastard and he's slimy. But nevertheless, Shamea, you orchestrated this whole thing because you knew that Porsha was finna come in there looking fine and flirting with her husband. Like we already said, Shamea is the one who hooked Simon up, the married man that was with Fallon, that was on the show. You're the one who hooked Porsha up with Simon. So it behooves me for people to think that Shamea wouldn't try to, let Porsha get some get back by flirting with Ralph because of what Drew did. Exactly. Hoes of a feather flock together. Exactly. At least Porsha is who she is, unapologetically. Exactly. Shamea just got her African and she a little toned down. But like I said, Porsha told us she was at St. Regis, I guess, child. So tell me what y'all think about that. Everybody is still dragging Porsha and, oh, she's a low down dirty bitch. Keep that same energy. Drew ain't with Ralph no more, just like Porsha ain't with Dennis no more. Porsha asked her not to film with her baby daddy for whatever reason, and she still did. So you can't get mad now that they're filming with your ex-husband. Hold on, but this will see. Porsha Porsha showed Ralph the text where Dennis said, I told Shamea I wouldn't fuck her. I want my money. Now, remember on the show in the confessionals, Dennis was like, you misread that. But was that the same text or was that a different text? And why would Dennis even say something like that? Was Drew offering coochie on the house? I told y'all. See, y'all, because y'all think Drew is so innocent, I told y'all that on his Instagram post, the first episode, Dennis put down in the comments when somebody said, are you messing with Drew? He said, no, I'm not messing with Drew. It is strictly business. And he added Drew and tagged Drew and said, Drew, clear this up. And Drew never responded. She never cleared it up. So even if Drew has never messed with Dennis, Drew doesn't, she's allowing the narrative to continue. It is what it is. And when she went to Crew Lounge, Dennis wasn't even there. So why are you popping up at that man club when it ain't got nothing to do with business and music and shit? Why are you there? And when she was there and found out Dennis wasn't there, she called him. Drew is not innocent. I am sorry. Exactly. Anyway, but y'all some dirty ass bitches for giving Ralph that information, because I'm sure Ralph gonna use that in his court documents. Or Ralph gonna try to use that against Drew. It's a dirty game. But you know why I don't feel sorry for Drew? Because it was all fun and games when Drew was shading Porsha a few episodes ago. Remember, she was like, Because I heard she was about to get her Rolls Royce repossessed. Y'all remember that comment from Drew? When she said Porsha was about to get her Rolls Royce repossessed? So let's play. You wanted to play? Oh, my Rolls Royce getting repossessed? Let's talk to Ralph. Let's talk to Ralph and let's see what Ralph got to say. I don't know, child. Tell me what y'all think. It's getting a little shady. It's getting a little shady, but I'm not mad at Porsha one bit because Drew started it. She told Drew not to film with her baby daddy, and I don't give a fuck what she done to Dennis. Dennis did a lot of shit to her. She told you as her friend that she employed at Go Naked Her. Bitch, don't film with him. You did it anyway. You was trying to be cute at his lounge when he wasn't there. Then they have shit to do with music. And then you was shading me talking about I'm going to lose my Rolls Royce and this money going to go to Pilar. So, hi, Ralph. How are you today? Exactly. I'm sorry. Anyway, child. Anyway, fuck them. Let's talk about Tasha K and Mandes. So, remember, Tasha K been exposing Mendecees all week. It's been hell week for Mendecees. Mendecees kind of responded. He posted yesterday with like some lawyers at a lounge talking about some a meeting with my attorneys, and they was like at a lounge. I didn't pay it no mind except for the dude in a white button up. I wanted to know his act because he was fine. I'm like, oh, he fine and he an attorney? Exactly, he was fine, child. Anyway, but Tasha K went on Tasha K Live. If you subscribe to her website, girl, first of all, it's another girl allegedly in London who allegedly had lunch with him, and she said they had sex twice. She said the first time they used protection and the second time they didn't. I said, damn. I said, well, goddamn. Not you going home to your wife and you having unprotected sex, which, I mean, that's how married men get babies anyway. Kirk, shout out to Kirk. That is so trifling. Not only is you having an affair, but like you ain't even gonna wear protection with this bitch. I guess, child. Anyway, so the second girl, they had voice text from 2022. She said that she saw him the day that he did Club Shay Shay, that Club Shay Shay interview. And she said basically that's how they used to hook up. And they didn't hook up in a lot of different cities because Mendecees will tell her like, hey, I'm going to be in this city at this time. Fly her out. She'll be there. They'll fuck around. Da, 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 da. And they've been messing around for a few years. And she said, so she met him when he was doing the Club Shay Shay interview. And she was with Hollywood Mugler. Hollywood Mugler is the stylist that I told you allegedly used to be Shannon Boy Toy or whatever. I guess. Not so Shannon was with his little Boonchie Cat boo-boo. And then Mendecees had his side piece there too. Club Shay Shay is a messy. Y'all got a lot of mess going on at Club Shay Shay, child. Anyway, so that was the tea with that. Yandy ain't said nothing. Mendecees said something about an attorney. But if I'm Yandy, I am so embarrassed. And it's crazy. It's crazy because they got teenage kids. Little Mendecees 19, I believe. How do you talk to your kids about that? You know what I'm saying? That's so embarrassing. I don't think that men take into account that outside of doing your wife dirty and her having to go out in public, you know what I'm saying, feeling awkward and dumb with these rumors swirling around after she done held you down and shit, which is crazy. But your kids have to go out and deal with that. Lil Mendecees has to walk around Atlanta or go to college or get on his platform and everybody know the rumors that's going around about his daddy. And it might not be as bad because he's a boy, but wouldn't that put him in a bad position when he's with Yandy? Because as a teenager, you communicating with your stepmama and you know that your daddy got all of this drama on the internet and making her look stupid. And he got a little girl. Ugh, I guess y'all. Tell me if y'all think it's true though, or do y'all think it's just a smear campaign? Because I told you, I feel like Kirk and Rashida kind of and it's all a legend in my opinion. I feel like they kind of at the bottom of it. Because why did y'all start the smear campaign by going on Carlos King? And then all of a sudden, right after that, all of this Tasha K stuff come out. I don't think it's a coincidence. Are y'all jealous because they opened their new tapas restaurant, Cliche? or cliche or something like that. I don't know, y'all. Tell me what y'all think. Let's talk about Basketball Wives real quick, and then I'm finna go because my lunch is here. Look, y'all, I really just missed I gotta get my nails done anyway, but still. Anyway, let's talk about Basketball Wives. Tell me if y'all gonna watch Basketball Wives so I'll know whether or not I want to continue watching it or reviewing it, because I think I'm gonna keep watching it because it looked kind of juicy this season. But tell me if y'all interested or y'all don't care so I can review it. So basically the beginning of the episode, or they were just introducing us to everybody. We know that Chantel is on there, and Chantel is Jackie Christie's daughter. She's now married to a basketball player. What's his name? Daquan Jeffries or whatever. She's married to him. She moved back to LA or whatever. She lives in the same apartment building as Jackie Christie. They just live on different floors. So you see Jackie come down there with her son. She said she wants to get her son into baby modeling. She can't film with her oldest daughter, I believe, because her baby daddy don't want their child on TV. But when they were like in her house and Jackie was talking, stuff to the baby, being Jackie Christie, being out of line and out of order, Chantel she always had kind of like a nasty attitude towards her mama. And she's like, yeah, because she know I don't play and we need to set boundaries, On one hand, I don't like how she is towards Jackie. And then on another hand, like I told somebody, we didn't grow up in her household. And the way Jackie's other daughter talks about how Jackie treated her, we don't know if Chantel feels guilty because you treated my sister wrong and now I had to grow up in the house, you know what I'm saying, by myself because you treated my sister wrong. Or you don't know if she has resentment towards Jackie because of the way she treated her sister. So this could be Jackie's karma. And like I said, we don't know if Jackie is a monster behind closed doors. All we see is Jackie from Basketball Wives and Jackie on the court fighting for Doug Christie. So we don't know if her feelings are warranted. Granted, you're supposed to respect your mother, but I do want to see how the story unfolds because we don't know. All we see is Jackie Christie on Basketball Wives. Anyway, we also get the whole Jennifer story. So her and Evelyn gonna beef this season. What's new? Jennifer, we see her wedding to Christian, him going to jail. He had to serve those 15 days, I think it was, for violating his probation by going to Paris. They think somebody told on him. They all meet up and hold on. Everybody else we meet Ming Lee. Her and Ty allegedly broke up. I don't think they necessarily broke up. Brandy is back. For what reason? I don't know. Brandy don't have no storyline. I don't know why she came back. I don't like to see her puffy face. She fucked her face up. Brandy used to be so pretty. Remember back in the day when Brandy and Malaysia first came on the scene? They was just baddies. Thank God Malaysia didn't fuck her face up. Malaysia still looked the same probably because she's in Atlanta. Exactly. But them girlies I don't know if Brandy been out in LA, but all of that Botox, it made her face look so fat. And them fillers and stuff, I never liked Brandy. Well, I wonder what Brandy's sign is. Brandy gives me Leo. Because she just always aggressive. I don't like Brandy. Anyway, so Brandy is there for what reason? I don't fucking know. So basically, Brittany, we get Brittany again. She's Muslim. She's allegedly married to Kevin Gates. It's giving whole turn housewife. And I always thought Kevin Gates was a weirdo. He's just a weirdo. And all of that nasty shit. Like, I guess you always talking about licking people funky fruit because you ain't got no zick. Because I seen this sex tape and the zick ain't zicking. Literally. It ain't zicking, friend. Anyway. So she meets Evelyn at the beginning. It was Jackie, Chantel, Evelyn, and Brittany Renner comes in because she's getting ready to, they getting ready to have a little event or whatever. And she tries to confront Evelyn about some shit that Evelyn said. And Evelyn was like, because Evelyn called her unprofessional. And Evelyn told her, like, hey, I only said that because you called all of us miserable. That's why I said that. And Evelyn's voice was shaking. So you could tell that Evelyn actually cared about her. Evelyn is a evil, big head. I can't stand this big forehead bitch either. Her alienation looking ass. Her dress was cold though. In the confessional, that white dress with the gold things. Evelyn dress was cold. Go, if y'all ain't watched it or when y'all watch it, check out Evelyn confessional dress. I was like, this is cute. I would love this in black. Anyway, but I still don't like this bitch. So, but I think that she kind of cares about Brittany because her voice was kind of shaking when she apologized. So Brittany kind of like deflated because she was on 10 when she came in there like, and I got beef, and even though I'm Muslim and Allah wants me to act like this, I'm still a hood rat bitch at the end of the day that done fuck 30. Whatever. After Evelyn apologized, they kind of let it go. But I think this is only temporary because we see the clip for the rest of the season, and Evelyn and Brittany gonna get into it, and Evelyn gonna say, you done sucked 100 zicks and you ain't got shit to show for it. And Brittany was like, I fucked. Hold on. Evelyn was like, you done sucked 100 zicks and you ain't got shit to show for it. And Brittany was like, no, I only sucked 36 zicks. Get it right, bitch. I was like, that don't make you no better. You done sucked 36 zicks and now you married to Kevin Gates, girly, allegedly. Exactly. And you had to turn Muslim. Do y'all think she really did go Muslim for her man? Would y'all go Muslim for y'all man? I think I would switch religion depending on the religion. If it wasn't a drastic difference from Christianity, then I would study the religion, and if it sat well in my spirit, I don't know though. God just been too good to me. I don't know. Anyway, scratch that. That's what happened with Brittany, and that's what's gonna happen with her and Evelyn. We get the Jennifer and Evelyn beef. So they're having a Friendsgiving or whatever. Everybody is there. Mingley is there with her face pinched and pulled back with her 99 nose, child. Chantel and everybody is there. They end up getting into it, and Evelyn goes into detail about Christian, Jennifer's husband, saying that he was a scammer and all of the things. She said apparently Carl's cousin, Carl is her baby daddy, the one who used to manage Meg from 1501 Entertainment, the baseball player. So his cousin said that Christian scammed her and allegedly owes her $1,500. So Evelyn is putting it all out on the table. She said that she tried to talk to Jennifer before about this and not put her on blast, but because they're not talking, they had to bring it out as a storyline. So Jennifer is like, bitch, stop worrying about me. I'm not finna talk about it. Brandy tried to ask her a question. She shut Brandy all the way the fuck down. One thing I can say is Jennifer used to act like she was scared of Evelyn and some of the other girls. Jennifer, at the age, you could tell she don't give a fuck about y'all hoes. And she literally was, I don't give a fuck about y'all hoes. I noticed though, when Evelyn started pulling out them receipts though, Jennifer hopped her happy ass up and left that damn table fast and quick and in a hurry. She didn't want to be addressed with that. And allegedly, some of the victims said that Jennifer was on the calls with Christian. Ain't it kind of giving Erica Jane from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Jennifer, I hope you wasn't involved in that shit, girl, because they'll send your ass up the river too. You see, what's old girl from St. Louis name who used to be on Basketball Wives, who in the feds for scamming? Damn, I forgot her name. She was pretty too. But what's her? Brittany. What's the girl from Basketball Wives? She's from St. Louis. She used to fuck with a ball player too, and she got sent to the feds for that scamming shit. It ain't no future in it, Jennifer. Exactly. You might as well make your own coin. Anyway, girl. So Jennifer leaves the table, and Evelyn is hollering, face the music, and he a scammer, and have some morals, and da-da-da-da. Where was your daughter morals when she was fucking with your friend baby daddy? When she grew up around them. Let's talk about her in the game. And then what's crazy is, because Evelyn, you don't have a storyline. And that's what Jennifer said when she was leaving. She was like, bitch, stop trying to use me for a motherfucking storyline. And I'm right there with Jennifer. Now, Jennifer, Christian may be a scamming ass little light skin, and they said he played for the team that liked the Funky Fruit and the Boonchie Cat, but that's neither here nor there. Evelyn, you still are using her for a storyline. What about you, ho? And what about your ho daughter who's married to the game? Or not married to the game, she just her baby mama. She chose a broke ass rapper who already got $1 million pending lawsuit and child support and some more shit to have a baby by, and you was best friends with his girl, fuck Evelyn. Exactly. And then later on in the season, Jennifer and Evelyn gonna get into it, and Evelyn gonna say, you worried about me marrying a felon when your daughter just had a baby by a felon. Talking about the game. I was like, okay, Jennifer. And then Evelyn gonna say, don't talk about my daughter. You know how she is. Don't talk about my daughter and who she with right now, or you won't be able to walk around the streets of LA. How is that a threat? Bitch, was that a threat, big forehead ass, alienation looking ass bitch? Girl, I'm sorry. I would take that seriously, because let's not act like the game is not allegedly gang related in the streets of LA. So you can talk about Jennifer and whether or not Christian is out here scamming, felonies, whatever the fuck he doing. It's cool for you to talk about her and her husband, but when she bring up your whole daughter and her felon ass baby daddy, now you want to draw the line and make threats like she can't walk around LA. Somebody need... I cannot believe that it is 2025 and Basketball Wives has been on for over 10 years, and I have yet to see somebody drag Evelyn on a reunion stage. Bring back OG so she could drag Evelyn, because nobody properly put Evelyn in her place except for OG. And I need OG back. Just do it for the peoples. OG, wherever you... As a matter of fact, when I get off here, I'm finna go stalk OG Instagram. I'm finna go DM OG like, girl, this your best friend from St. Louis. I know you don't know me. But I got something to tell you, friend. And I need a favor. Exactly. Come drag this bitch. Exactly. Anyway, child. So that's gonna be the tea for this season. We gonna get Brittany going against Evelyn. Evelyn all in Jennifer business, and they gonna end up butting heads again. Evelyn still ain't got no storyline. We don't know who her man is. We know she out here hoeing because that's what the fuck this bitch do for a living. We gonna get Chantel getting into it with her mama. We heard her saying, you don't take care of your own kids, talking to Jackie. So I know you never supposed to go against your mama or be fighting your mama on TV. But Chantel said, bitch, you won't never take care of your own kids, including me. But I don't know. I was just always taught God don't like ugly. My mama used to always say, if you don't do right by your parents or your kids, the Lord ain't gonna bless you. Or nothing. She used to say, ain't nothing gonna go right in your life if you don't do right by your mama, your daddy, and your kids. That's why I be deadbeat daddies. Don't be around me. Don't bring that bad karma around me. Because if you don't do right by your kids, ain't shit gon' I don't want that bad karma in my life. Exactly. And I kind of feel like that about Chantel, which I don't know. I've been around people who had mamas that did them really, really dirty. So I'm not sure, because I never been in, thank the Lord, I've never been in those shoes, you know, to deal with like an abusive or, you know, a parent that didn't take care of them. So I'm not, who am I to say that, hey, you always got to do right by your parents? Because I know it's some dirty ass, trifling ass mamas and daddies out there. But thank God my mom was a good one. I don't know, but we don't know what the dynamics of Chantel and Jackie relationship is. But they gonna come to blows towards the end of the season. So I'm gonna actually watch this because I would like to. I think they should explore. I think it's a good conversation piece to discuss the dynamics between black mothers and their daughters. Not even just black mothers, but mothers and their daughters, like toxic relationships. Because sometimes I know mothers who jealous of their daughters, who treat the sons better, who are abusive to their daughters. Who feel some type of way because their daughters are prettier than them, like all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I hope they do get to the bottom of the whole Jackie and Chantel relationship. It might be interesting. And speaking of Jackie Christie, she did an interview with Carlos King today. When I get off of here, when I'm gonna listen to it this afternoon. So I'm gonna try to go live later on this evening. I got a workout session. I need to stop by the post office and stuff, but I'm gonna try to go live. So friend, that's all I got right now. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this video. Nene and Cynthia coming out with a new video. They did the trailer. I'm gonna listen to that as well. And then maybe we can go over the Met Gala fashions. I posted some shorts, child. Did y'all see Fuchsia? Did y'all see Fuchsia looking like a Chucky doll? Exactly. Looking like Wanda Sykes. He look a fucking mess. All the girls who used to fight over Future. If Future was my man, I would take that AP watch to the pawn shop immediately after he cut his hair. Girl, I guess. Tell me, do y'all think Cardi B looked better than Nicki, or did Nicki kill Cardi B on the Met Gala? I don't know. So maybe tonight we can review the Met Gala looks. I didn't really like the theme. I didn't think it like complimented anybody, but we'll see, friend. So anyway, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this video. Y'all know I read all of my comments. Keep it cute in the comments. Tell me what y'all think about Carlos King. Was he shading funky? Does he have the best live show on YouTube outside of your best friend from St. Louis? Tell me what y'all think about Claudia, Shamea shading Porsha, Mia. Is Shamea low down and dirty for having Ralph and Porsha meet up? Is this Drew Karma, or is Porsha still a low down dirty slur? I don't know. And tell me about Basketball Wives. Is y'all gonna watch it, and do y'all want to see me do y'all want to hear me review it, y'all? Anyway, that's all I got. Y'all have a great day. Let's talk in the comments. I'm ready to snickle and giggle. Exactly. Good night.